Hey, welcome to an episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. I haven't reviewed a Samuel Smith beer in a long time. I've always said this is one of my favorite breweries. And just to kind of get off topic here, I've mentioned Mahara's many times on this show. You have a beer tour there. It's like a membership. It's free. And when you hit certain plateaus, you get free stuff. 50 beers, you get a Mahara's t-shirt. 125 beers, you get in the mug club, where you get a 12-ounce mug with your name or whatever you want on it. And all your beers are cheaper. Draft beers, that is. And when you hit 200, you get a free case of whatever beer you want. And when I hit 200, I asked for a free case of Samuel Smith's, and they gave me 6 4-packs of Sam Smith's beers. 3 of which I already had, 3 brand new ones. Actually, that was about a month ago, and this is the 4th of the 4-pack, so hopefully this will be a quick review because I already know what I'm going to say. But yeah, anyways, this is a Samuel Smith's pure brewed lager beer. A flavorful lager brewed only from the purest ingredients. Malted barley, hops, yeast, and water. Product of England. It's got that weird kind of funky hop foil design on the cap and neck there. There's a longer description on the back, but you can read it if you want. It doesn't say, but it's 5% ABV. Yeah, I mean, pale lager. It's more of a gold than a yellow. I seem to have knocked most of the carbonation out, but I can still see tiny little bubbles going very slowly to the top. Head's decent. It's finger and a half. It's kind of bright white. It's soap suds. Smells like lager. A little sweeter than your average lager. I mean, I don't really pull any specific ingredients out of it. I mean, I get like this kind of fruit juicy kind of smell to it. Which, like, you tend to get that in a lot of, like, the British, traditional pub ales, your bitters, your British pale ales and things. It's definitely one of the cleanest lagers I've ever had. Doesn't really have any off flavors about it. I mean, it's adjunct free, as we saw on the label. No rice or corn in this or whatever. That being said, it's not exactly full of flavor or a hot bite or anything like that. It's just kind of like a very traditional, clean, by the book lager. And I think that's all it's meant to be. Like I said with the nose, I do get a little bit of that kind of fruity. The fruitiness carries over to the palate. I mean, it's very, very subtle. I mean, you really have to pay attention to get it. It is like, just the ever so slightly kind of red apple juice kind of taste to it. A little sweet. Not much bitterness on here. I mean, there's like a really short, dry kind of biscuity bitterness on here, but it's just this is like the epitome. I think this beer is like the epitome of straight up traditional lager. What's nice about it is it's not super fizzy across the tongue. It almost drinks and feels like an ale rather than a lager because of that lack of fizziness. The mouthfeel is a little softer, a little more gentle than your average, even the European green bottle pilsners, and the American BMC adjunct lagers. Super fizzy, just dance on your tongue, leave a nasty aftertaste. This is not. This is more like drinking it's almost like a British pale ale, but not quite that flavorful. It definitely has that, like I said with the Great Lakes Oktoberfest, just like that lager kind of taste to it, that lager smell to it. Drinkability on it though is very good for the reasons I just said. It's comfortable. It goes down very smooth. It's refreshing. It's not even a hot summer day, and this is refreshing me right now. I think I can pull just the slightest bit of like a lemony citrus out of this. But that being said, I mean, it's not a really complex, flavorful beer, but there's absolutely nothing about it that's turning me off. Like this summer I reviewed a couple of German lagers, which did have a few sour notes to them. This one doesn't at all. It's even leaving some lacing on the glass. You don't tend to get that from lagers that often. I guess I'll give this a 7. because Sam Smith has a special place in my heart because their oatmeal stout nut brown ale like really opened my eyes to craft beer and the English beer scene and all that stuff. And it's really interesting to see that they can do a lager. They also have an organic lager, which I like to try too. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for the Samuel Smith's that's so hard to say. Pure brewed lager beer. Get drunk and try to say that. So, hope I didn't offend too many Brits out there for not knowing what's in this beer and all that stuff. I mean, they don't say, so how am I supposed to know? But anyways, thanks for watching this episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. See you next time. Cheers.